back. I just woke up. Um, and when you just wake up and you have this sick urge, you do it, no matter what the case may be. And that sick urge is talking to idiots, to be quite frank. Um, but yeah. Today we have another, is war necessary? I don't think war is necessary. I know I said before that I don't care about people, but that doesn't mean there wasn't a part of me that used to care about stuff like this, because that part never goes away. Ever. So even though I don't care about people, I still care about people, if that makes sense. Like I still, you know? Okay. Hello. Do you have a voice to speak or a voice to be quiet? Alvin. Oh, he has a voice to be quiet. Like, I do care about people. The only reason why I don't care as much as I used to, because people are really sick. But just because I think people are sick doesn't mean I think millions of people should be dying. Oh, what the fuck is this? Free Israel land
Hello.
and Jews. Hello.
Okay, I think it's necessary. What about you?
I think it's unnecessary.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I feel like if you two prime ministers, if they like disagree or they want to take land or something, I mean, what else are they going to do? Because they want the land, but the other guy says no. I mean, they kind of have to have a war because what are you supposed to do? Just be like, okay, fine. Like, I don't really understand.
So, when you usually ask somebody and they say no, you don't kill their whole family. Okay, so just because that person says no doesn't mean you have to bomb the land that you
But you
wanted,
kind of, I
kill
mean,
millions of people, and then get the land that's not even the same anymore because what you done.
true, but countries can be built back after war, like Poland, like their capital Warsaw, it got totally destroyed, and then like now it's like one of the best, safest cities in all of Europe. So I mean, they can always build it back, I guess.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, just because in your situation someone said no, that doesn't mean you.
What?
Did you hear what I was saying?
No, you're like mic cut off or something.
Okay, so what I was saying was, like your hypothetical with the land, you said what else they're supposed to do. Like it's okay to like bomb and kill millions of people because you want a piece of land. Like that's okay,
No.
and it's not. Oh, it is? Oh,
Yes.
so do you value like being a good
But
person or no?
no.
Okay, so then you think it's okay to bomb land and kill millions of people for
It
the same land?
depends. It depends on the people, honestly.
Oh, what does that mean? Depends on the people.
Like Russia bombing Ukraine, I feel like they should definitely bomb harder because I don't really like Ukrainians, not gonna lie.
Wait,
And where are
where are
you
you from?
from? Yeah, that's what
Oh,
you get.
okay.
She's probably from Russia.
How did I mistype that? Poland.
Oh,
No, she's Polish.
okay.
She's Polish.
So, do you agree with what she was saying or no?
No, cause that's she like hates them. Like, what the heck? What?
No,
Why?
she thinks war is okay if you want a piece of land. And she said there's no other way to
Oh,
go about that situation, and the best way is
why?
bombing people and bombing.
That's not okay. Like, that's
Yeah, it's not.
really
Yeah, that's
something. That
really
should be
sick,
something
but
crazy. Yeah.
I guess that's what Polish people do. I
Uh,
mean,
I don't know.
okay. So so why don't you like war? Do you feel like it's unnecessary?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Are you okay?
I don't really, I don't really study this time. Yeah.
What? I think he was just talking a forbidden language. Um, like I don't just care about like the people getting bombed. I care about like the land and stuff like that. Like, you know what's going on right now with Canada. Like, those are just a bunch of fires. Imagine if a bomb, you know, and it's destroying a lot of air and the forest. It's like so unnecessary. If somebody says no, the no is no. I will never be like, okay, I desperately want this piece of land, and since they told me no, I'm going to bomb their country and the land I wanted and kill all those people. And usually, countries have connections to other countries, so that will start another war. That doesn't happen nowadays because people understand that war is unnecessary. I mean, it does still happen, but like not in the degree where there's, that it used to be in. Like, I would say the early 2000s, war hasn't been the same. But in the 1900s, like, people just really didn't give a fuck about people. They would just, like, well, they still don't, but, like, it would be way more bombs, way more killings, you know? And then the country will probably be done, like, in 2 years. But, like, the Ukraine and Russia, like, Ukraine is still standing. So it's not like, it's still not okay. It is war, but, it's not trickling out to World War III. But that's so, unrational. Like, and I kill a lot of people. I get a lot of things from killing, but I will never be like, okay, if I was that kind of like, in that kind of position, like, if I was the leader, I would never bomb and kill a bunch of people because of my sick need. Like, I would feel very guilty, even though I am diagnosed to be a psychopath, not a sociopath, a psychopath. I don't know which one's different. I think because I only feel for myself, which is not like a negative thing to me, but like I know what's necessary. I can still think killing a bunch of people for absolutely no fucking reason or not a good enough reason is still shitty, right? So yeah, I'm just so used to doing things. It takes a lot of time for the stuff that I do that doesn't kill a lot of people, doesn't affect a lot of people. Because if I was that kind of person, I would just be killing and just putting it in the, like, dead body in the street, just kill a bunch of people because, you know, I just had the free will to. Like, no. Here you are shaved. What the fuck does that mean? War will never be necessary. There's always a better way to go about than bombing and, you know, killing a bunch of people. If you're an atheist, you can't use logic. I just had a flashback of everything on why I'm atheist. And this is coming from pure logic. What's key to a healthy relationship? Is there a superior interest? The key of a successful relationship is if you stalk them before you get with them. My position is religious. What? See, I want to join these, but let's see if she'll come back in 5 minutes because I really wanted to continue talking to her about her dumbass shit. According to the Bible, law should be abolished. Is AI doing more harm than good? No, it's doing more good than harm. Tell me about volume is better than definition. What? It still might be like 4 a.m. for some people, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, someone is joined. Let's see. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Do you know how to read, Gabriella?
When I think no. No.
You don't know how to read?
Yeah.
You do? So what does this
Already.
say?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Uh,
So, uh, so why did you join? Do you agree or disagree?
I'd say it's not really a black and white answer because obviously one it shouldn't happen s- specifically just for the simple fact that we're just all the same species, but you know some people are greedy, things happen, and one event leads to the other, and then war is necessary not just to like attack someone else, but like to defend your own country in some sense.
So you don't have an answer?
No, I'd say that it's necessary to some extent if we're talking about in the point of view of a country that's just trying to defend
Oh,
itself.
shut that dog up.
Bro, he keeps barking.
Then put him in the basement. Put the dog in the basement.
He's actually like very little.
I know.
You're
I
putting
know
this
he
kid in a
is.
box, bro. Look,
I knew he was. I knew he was that color. Oh, I
why would
knew
you know?
it. No, because yeah. But anyways, so can you tell me like what would you consider war? Like what consists of war to you?
Uh, I'd say for me the war. I mean, there's very different
Yeah, but your definition,
definitions as to.
like
Okay,
what
so
would you see as war?
if we were just say the universally approved definition of war, it would be just oh, at least two countries having it out. I'd say.
So you'll say that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not all would, two country can have problems with each other and not go under war. So like I'm talking about like what actions will be enforced that will consider it like war besides the
Mm,
two countries beefing with each other.
I'd say
Like what will go down in
unauthorized
war?
trespassing.
Like what will go down in war? Like what things would they
Well, I'd
primarily would
say
use?
unauthorized troops would trespass into the other person's territory or just weapons like bombs, nukes.
So exactly, that's what I was fishing for you. So you
Yeah.
said it's not necessary, but it's not unnecessary. But war would consist of bombs, nukes, killing millions of people, destroying land, just ruining the world. And you feel like that would be necessary.
No. I feel.
Wait, how did you shut him up? How did you shut him up?
Oh, I just screamed at him and he just like listens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tiny doggo.
You
Well, I
sure you
would
didn't like
say
kick him in his face? Okay, sorry.
never trust. I
Okay.
think that war shouldn't happen, and I think we should strive to all be universally together as a species to help each other. But obviously, that's not the case.
Yeah, so I
And
would
because
say,
that's not the
mhm.
case, other countries want more power. They want stuff. They go try to take the other country's stuff without the other country's permission, and well, the other country has to defend itself. So I'd say for the other country, the one that's being attacked, it is necessary because otherwise either you go down or you at least try and survive. You know.
Yeah. But it would have never happened if there would been a better or another route, because they feel like the only route that would be the quickest would be bombing and killing millions of people. So if they strive to do another route, even though that might take longer, that wouldn't involve doing all of that, then it would be better, and that wouldn't be war.
Well, are you assuming that? Hold on. Sorry. Um, what you mean would be that they would just end it all quickly, just go nuclear, and that's it.
But no,
am I
that's
just,
not what I'm
am I just,
saying.
or just not do it at all?
No, like how I handle my business, if I got a problem, I'm not going to kill that person's whole family because I got a problem. I'm going to talk or try to figure out a situation or fight it out with me and that person. And that's how
Well,
things
there
should be
are
done. You
diplomatic,
shouldn't involve
uh,
your
you
whole
know,
country to be endangered
there are
over a problem
things
you
that are called
started.
treaties. It's
I
just,
know.
you see, when treaties happen,
Treaties.
they actually put stuff at stake, like, oh, if we do this, there must be like, you can't do this. You know, everything is for the other person's benefits. And if there was one to actually be perfect, it would be under the assumption that the two people in charge and everybody around him in concert, because it's not just one person controls everything in most countries nowadays, since there's different parties, different stuff. Especially the most popular example is the USA with the judiciary, legislative, and executive branch. That it's not all it's not all handled at once, and it's more about. I swear to you, if
Why
this
don't you
dog
just get
barks,
him out of your room?
he Loki lives with me.
Oh, you live in a New York City apartment?
No, but he just lives in my room
Why can't he be outside of your room?
because I
Cause
don't
what?
know. He's just on another level of mentality. I would never be able to comprehend that dog.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's like he thinks beyond human limit. Trust.
Okay. But
I
are
say
you?
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. So are you saying like that's the only way that they should approach it? I'm confusion.
No, I'm saying that there are precedent precedent things that happen towards the war before anything happens. There's always money involved, treaties, land, all that stuff. They always try to talk it out. And most of the time, what happens is one part disagrees and says, "No, this is unfair. I don't want this. No, I'm not gonna do this." And well, the other part's like, "Well, either you do this and nothing happens, or you do it because something did happen, and then war."
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but that all has to do with pride. And pride shouldn't cost millions in people's lives and destroy the
Yeah,
earth.
it shouldn't, but it does, because like that would
It
be under
shouldn't,
the
but it
assumption
does.
that
Okay.
that would be under the assumption that all humans are morally correct and perfect and they are not selfish, which even then people like myself and you and everybody else has some type of selfish desire that quite literally just blinds your judgment. It's part of our human nature.
Yeah. But not everyone is classified the same way or expected to be
Yeah.
the same way or expected to.
Sorry, hold on.
Is he like a robot? Because every 5 minutes he continues to bark. What's wrong with that dog? Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong with him. Okay, hi.
Hello.
You came just in time, girl.
Okay, what is your take on that, on the topic?
I think it's unnecessary because it causes way more problems than not problems. And the problems
Okay,
that people think it will fix, it just causes more. So,
I agree on that. So give
thank
your
you.
answers.
So why do you agree? Why do you feel like it's unnecessary?
Because morally, murder is wrong, and war is just full of murder, and not only that, murder of innocent human beings. And when it's just like the problem they're trying to fix is it's really not anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like more of a war is basically more of like I'm mad at you, like we can't agree on this, so let's just fight it out. So it's just really just immature. Like there's no reason to be fighting or shooting or killing. Like
And
it's
bombing
just
and nuking.
yeah, it's just government and the
Yeah,
government's just wanting to prove a point or just get that look back or whatever. It's really just unnecessary.
it is. And there's always an alternative route to go upon things. The only option cannot just be
Exactly.
bombing, which would be war. That cannot be the only option.
Exactly.
It might be the
Well,
quicker
no.
option, but it has to be another option.
Okay. Let me just say this. You guys mentioned the atomic bomb, right?
No, I said bombing. It could
Yeah,
consist of
so
that.
let me break it down for you. Okay, so when America used it on Japan, as everyone knows, in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, what happened was the only reason they did that was because if they went to the mainland, more blood would have been shed if they didn't do this thing. Like they had to force them to surrender because um it was more like I think per every like 20,000 Japanese people who were like slimed out, 14 surrendered. Like it was insane. There would have been they were willing to do anything to win. They were like savage in a way and brutish. So literally the only way to end the war without even more bloodshed was to bomb them. That was it. They couldn't have one otherwise. There would have been more
Okay,
deaths, more
can I
everything.
ask you a question?
Yo, what's up?
So, how much people died in Hiroshima?
I actually don't know that, but
Okay, so
I
how are you
can't.
gonna argue the fact that it was gonna cause less bloodshed, but that
Okay, well,
bombing killed
okay,
140,000 people?
okay. Well, then let
So,
me run you through this scenario real quick. The Japanese government convinced its citizens that the Americans, like random citizens, when they were when they were doing the Battle of Midway and pushing the Philippines, um, the Japanese government convinced its citizens that the Americans were there to, like grape and kill them. And so what they did was a bunch of innocent people ran over and jumped off a cliff and ended their lives because they were
okay.
so.
Oh, he got cut. He got cut.
He was not saying anything about how war is unnecessary. He was just talking about how
It will equal less bloodshed for this atomic bomb, and and that happened in Japan when it caused more deaths. So I'm very confused about what he was going to go on, but
yeah, because
just
why
learn
do
about
they have
history and you'll know. He doesn't even know the exact number. And he was,
exactly?
Yeah, hey
he's,
guys.
hey,
Hi. I don't think it's necessary, but it
I'm gonna be
definitely.
rude. The answer is necessary.
okay,
Uh,
let him
yeah.
finish, please, boy.
I think it's in human nature. Like, even if I'm bringing religion into this, but like, even if you look at religion, the second sin after the fall of
We don't do
Adam and
religion
Eve,
around here.
was Cain ending his brother Abel in an act of violence.
Excuse me, we
So I
don't do a
think
religion
violence is
about
sort of. Yeah, I
It
know,
just
but I'm just bringing an example. I think violence is in human nature.
Hold on.
And it also have the geopolitical circumstance. It can
Can I just
sometimes be
interrupt you for a quick
necessary.
second? My bad.
Sure.
So, you're right. Violence is a part of every animal's nature. Okay, but war isn't just about violence. It's about other things that human beings don't usually do, like bomb and kill millions of people and destroy land. That has nothing to do with human nature. That has to do with war.
That has
So
nothing to do with
comparing
human nature.
violence to war is a completely different aspect on some
Well, I think
stuff.
humans always want to
Hold
win,
on. I
and
got
they'll
this. I got
do
this. I
that
got
by
this.
any means
Was it? Hold on.
necessary.
Hold on. I got this. I got this. I got this. Let me talk.
Oh
Then again,
wow.
no, you're completely wrong. It is a part of human nature solely because of that fact. Was it solely because of the fact that no terms are going to come to agreement? So, say for example, an argument that would just be a mini war because you can't come to agreement with another person. That's the exact same thing that's what's happening between wars. They can't come to agreement, so they settle it off of a fight. That is exactly
It
what. That's
it's
what
not a fight.
brings
It
a
would have been
fight.
a war.
It's
It's
basically
not
like a
a
miniature
fight.
war, but in a just like not a war at the same time. War is
Okay,
technically
so this is the
necessary.
definition of war. War is not just fighting it out, because that would just be a fight. If it would have been a fight, then it would just be classified as a fight,
Done.
but it's
I
war.
never said a fight. I said
You
the no
did.
terms. The both parties will never come to terms with
So the
their
definition
agreement
of war is a state of usually opening and declaring armed, hostile conflicts between states, nations, and groups.
for their own
Like
reasons.
bomb. Yeah, so it is not a
Yeah,
fight,
for their
and
own
that
reason,
wouldn't
for
be
their
human
own reasons,
nature.
or they just can't come to agreement.
Whatever the reason
So
might
then again,
be,
I'll say that's necessary.
whatever,
If it wasn't necessary, terrible groups will still be doing terrible things to this exact same day.
that's
I
false.
mean, we can talk about the Germans.
Okay, can we? All right, can you give me a chance to
Would you
respond?
hold on. No, I'm still talking. I'm still talking. We can talk about the Germans. The Germans were doing terrible things. They gained their like.
Yeah, it is supposed to say necessary. But let me just talk what that little boy was saying. So, again, this has nothing to do with human nature. War is not human nature. Violence and disagreeing with one another is, but bombing and sending thousands of troops to kill millions of
Yeah.
people, that has
Okay.
nothing to do with human nature. And if it did, it would be classified under the
Okay.
definition.
You're
Now
talking.
let's.
Wait, hold on. That literally would be necessary. What are we talking about?
How would
You're
killing millions
focusing?
of
You're
people
focusing
and
again.
planting
They
bombs
don't
necessary?
target civilians. You're focusing entirely on
They
civilians. This has
focus
nothing to
on
do with civilians at
the
all. They don't
country
even
that they're
target
bombing.
civilians. They try not to target civilians or
That's
civilian
false.
crowds. What are
That's
you
literally
talking
false.
about?
Okay, so World War Two,
You're just putting things
World War
into
Two with
words.
the guy with
If
the
like
mustache.
targeting civilians is technically
So World War Two, the guy with the mustache, he was literally targeting Jewish people, which will be civilians. There's a lot of people who do that, who start wars. They target the civilians. You don't know what I'm talking about because you're not giving me a chance to interject. You keep on interrupting. So okay, if I'm uneducated, you can leave because I don't know why you're debating with someone who's uneducated. So I don't. Yeah. What a fucking dipshit ass bitch. I'm going quiet so I can wait for other people to have a conversation with me, not just interrupt the whole time. And the part of a debate is to hear both sides, not to talk over and not giving the other side to talk about what you just said. At least that's what my debate is about. You're not trying to educate me. No, you're not. You're sharing an opinion about what you feel like is necessary. That's not educating somebody. Sharing your opinion. If that wasn't their goal, then why was that the outcome? I'm confused. If they were not trying to do that, why was that is usually done? Yeah, I obviously don't know what I'm talking about.
No matter where you are, everyone is always connected.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I don't think war is necessary ever.
Me
So
either.
okay, cool.
Well, I don't think it's necessary because not only does it kill millions of people, okay, it destroys land and it ruins the earth. That's simple.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Also,
unnecessary.
you're dragging innocent people into a conflict that's mostly between leaders.
That's true. Like let me give you an example. It's not war is shouldn't even be a thing. It's not even supposed to be friendly. So I don't know what the point you're talking about. No one's saying that it should be friendly. It shouldn't exist. Because when you have a problem, do you not only like kill the person you have a problem with, but you kill their whole family? You only target that person because that's the one you have a problem with. You don't blow up their house, destroy their whole family, and then call it a day. I think that's like necessary because you have a disagreement.
Oh.
Do you now?
Oh, why would it be necessary? Okay, so how you were talking about the Germans, right? Come on.
Okay.
You're talking about the Germans, right? And how they're doing terrible things to the individuals. This is the exact reason why we need to go to war. Say, for example, we need to defeat people who don't. We need to defeat people who don't do these types of terrible acts. Like this can go for multiple ways, as like corrupt leadership, etc. and etc.
Okay.
It's just that unluckily the civilians get targeted within the crossfire.
Okay,
Yes,
so do you deem that as
I'm pretty
necessary?
sure it is technically a war crime. Also, they
Do you
avoid not
deem
to
that as
target
necessary?
civilians as there's no beneficial gain from doing it.
It is.
This
That's
is the exact
ruin the
reason why we need.
country's population.
Uh,
Oh, who the
yo,
heck
what are
did
we
that?
talking about? And can you
What?
put him up, bro? It's kind of rude that you know.
Excuse me. Be quiet.
Yeah. What do you mean be quiet, bro?
I didn't
What?
even do anything.
No. It was my fault. I accidentally clicked like the button.
But let me just respond to what you said. So you also don't feel like it's necessary because you've been saying, oh, they don't target me to target the civilians. Okay? But you're acting like that's the only way to address a problem is to do that, to go through war. No.
Yeah,
If that was the
it
case,
is.
then a lot of people would be going to war right now. There's a lot of countries that have problems with one another, but they're not bombing the whole place and killing millions of people for a problem that they
Okay.
have.
Let me
But
awesome. Then again, not a lot of people are gonna go and solve things democratically. You're saying that
I
they can
know.
solve it in conversations.
I
Then
say there's
again,
another
the
better
Germans
way.
and what they did,
uh,
again, they were since they lost was it World War I? They were angry in the fact that they had limitations. Nothing was going to change that fact. Also, was it Mustache Man or the
Hmm.
person that you describe as what I know what I'm talking about? He didn't want anything to be solved peacefully or democratically. If
I
that were the
understand that.
case, this would have never happened in the first place. That's
Right.
why it's necessary.
But instead of everyone getting
Not
involved,
everything can be solved democratically like you
okay,
prescribe.
I know, but instead of everyone getting involved and a lot of people died, they should have had a better, probably took longer plan to get him indirectly instead of eliminating a lot of people to get to him, all for him
Okay,
to just off himself.
can I say something real quick?
All for him to just off
You,
himself. You not understand what he was going to do if they never did anything.
No one's talking about doing nothing, though. No one said
All
that.
right,
You said,
hey,
oh,
I
if
have
you
one thing
if
I want
you
to
Without
say.
war,
take
none of
away
you would
people just taking
exist.
the
Girl,
earth
bye.
and just made
He's
a
not.
German
He's not
empire.
wrong.
I hope you
Also,
realize that.
without war, without war, people would still be slaves. Like slavery ended through war. You do realize this, right?
You might get cut from saying that.
Maybe, but like,
Are you still there?
Oh
He
yeah,
got
I was
cut.
letting the other
He
guys.
got cut. Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's also not wrong. If it wasn't for war, yeah, that would have still been
Okay,
like a thing.
I understand that, but at the same time, what I'm coming from is because the ending of the war could be good, but throughout war is terrible. You know how much people passed away during Avery? You know how many people got destroyed and how much people got sacrificed, how much people were split up from their family over the Civil War? There was a lot of stuff going
How many
on.
people got
So just because it
sacrificed?
had a positive outcome, when the only reason why we're not where we are right now is because of Abraham Lincoln, it's not really because of civil rights. But if
Abraham Lincoln. Really?
okay, and the only reason why that
Oh,
war started was because of Caucasian people. So if they would have found a different way to approach how they feel, which would be incorrect, it would have never started a war. And that's what I'm arguing
was it that
about.
they had to
There's
approach
always
what
a
they
better
feel?
way to
No,
approach a
wait, hold on,
situation
hold on, hold on,
than
hold on.
slaughtering a
So
bunch of
again, you're
people.
still saying that can be solved. Was it democratically? No, they cannot. Again, that war was never
So
actually going to be solved that exact way how you're prescribing. It was
I didn't
going
even
to be
just
that
I
way
didn't
or other.
say an
Do you not
exact
realize what
way.
the
I just
British
said it
people
would
were
have been a
doing?
different
They
way.
were forcing America to pay huge tax fines. Well, yeah, forcing America to pay huge tax fines that they couldn't actually prosper. So forcing them to either give
Which
up
war are
their
you
own
talking about
children
now?
or just like forcing them to like basically sell their own belongings just for that tax. Or like
Okay,
so
but
that
what
was
war
it
are you
weapon
talking about
bomb.
right now?
You're thinking of the
You're jumping
civilians
from
again bombing. Again, you don't understand where we're coming from. Again,
I
war is never
I
going to be
literally
solved the
just said
way
I
that
did,
how you
bro.
think it will be. It
Okay,
will
well,
never be that
listen.
way. There's a
Can
reason
you
why they're in
recall
war
what
to
I've
begin
said
with.
to you?
Is to settle things. Is to settle
If you don't
things
answer
with
me,
a
you're getting
full
dropped.
fledged fight to the death. Solely because of the fact
Are
that
are you
none of
talking
their
to
opinions
Adamira?
will actually
Can you
come
not hear
as
me?
a was it actually come or as a
Excuse
speaking
me,
point
young
to
boy.
basically was
Excuse
it live
me. Hello?
by side with each other. This can
Can you
go for
hear
like
me?
multiple things. Yes, I can. I'm just
Okay,
speaking.
so stop speaking if I can't track because what's the point of talking to me and I don't understand what you're saying?
What do you mean you don't understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm trying to go back to what you said and you're just continuing to talk about some stuff. Okay? So I don't understand what are you doing. So let's go back, okay? Do you recall what I've been saying to you?
Yeah, I do.
Can you give me something that I brung up?
Oh, can you give me something that I'm bringing up? Oh, I'm still talking about what you brought up, saying that the war situations or before war starts, you said they can be solved dictatorially, and I said I
No, I
disagree.
did not. Goodbye. I did not say that. I said they can
Yeah,
be
what are we
handled a different
talking
way.
about? What are we talking about,
We're
Axon?
talking about war,
Yeah, what do
obviously.
you mean is war necessary? What does that mean?
No, that's just a question.
Yeah, for human evolution, yes. For
What
peace, you know.
human evolution?
Yes, because war is
You'll be
the common thing
punished.
that got us for further, you know. When the World War One
Okay,
came,
so
we invented tanks, we invented stronger engines. When World War
that's
Two
awesome.
came, then we invented
I just have
planes.
a
We
question.
invented better planes. All right, so war is actually, you know, the basic thing for human evolution and for
Evolution
anything
has
that get us ahead.
evolution has nothing to do with building stuff. It only has to do with your body.
Yes, it does, because we haven't been in any large-scale war for 100 years, all right, and we
No,
have
that's not
accomplished
true.
almost nothing, all right,
Okay,
almost
so I'm just
nothing
trying to get
in.
an understanding. So you think war helps with evolution because you're building stuff. So let's talk about the Stone Age. like the beginning of Homo sapiens. So
Yeah.
what war was going on to help them evolve?
Against the tribes, all right? So in the Stone Age, there's a lot of tribes, all right? And they fought over different hunting grounds, all right? And the most best way to get those hunting grounds is invent something long and sharp. And that's why we got these stone weapons, all right? You get me?
So, yeah, I do. But I see that you see war as just some type of violence. I see war as the definition of war. So if you can look that up, that'll be great. So I see war the same way the definition is. Okay, it could be consisting of violence, but primarily is between states and countries going against each other, not just violence. So what you're talking about is not the definition of war. It's just violence and survival. And war isn't necessary to survive. I know that for sure. So what is your
War
definition
is
of
actually
war?
necessary to survive, you know?
What is
When-
your definition of war? Just so I can
My
just get an
definition
understanding.
of war is that countries go against other countries for different reasons, political, resource, or anything like that, you know?
So how is a political resource like a survival type of situation?
Okay, let's talk about the Second World War. We had Axis, all right? You know Germany, what did they do, all right? So their political opinions and the whole ideology was, destroying this kind of people that, were not looking like us and they were not the right, people and like that. And what Britain, France, and Italy, and what allies did
Yeah,
to that. They
I
didn't
know.
think that it was right, all right?
Yeah,
They
but what does that
didn't
have to
think
do
that's
with
right, so
about
they defeated.
survival?
Well, it was the survival of the whole Europe, and many of
No, it
inside
wasn't.
it, Yes, it was. Axis wanted to destroy the Slavic people, all right? Axis wanted to destroy the Russian people. Axis wanted to
Okay.
destroy the Romanian people. Axis
But did
wanted
that happen?
to destroy, the Greece. Yes, it happened when they were
No,
in
it
the
did not.
power. But Allies stopped it. That's a fact.
Yes,
So if they stopped it, it didn't happen.
It literally happened. It literally happened.
You said
Like, what do you mean?
you literally said that they destroyed Russia. They destroyed what the other
No,
countries
I
you
said
said.
that they were going to destroy. They wanted
Okay,
to
going
destroy.
to. Okay, but how does this have to do with
that's
survival?
another fact right there. What do you mean?
What does this have
do
to
with survival?
like? Okay, before you got, you didn't hear what we were talking about. Okay, he was
Yes,
talking
he
about
heard.
political. No, when you're cut, you don't hear nothing. So, anyways, you were talking about political stuff has to do with survival. So
Yeah.
that's what I was asking you, and then you bring up situations that literally have
Yeah,
to do
I
with
answered
millions
to
of
you
death.
with the most simple way.
Okay, so
The
what
most
political
simplest way.
situation are we talking about here?
I wanted the guy I was talking to originally to just tell me his definition of what he feel like is war.
I
So,
told you.
Well,
I
my
don't.
term war is a stated conflict between two countries, and both countries
Okay.
have to state it as though you can be in a conflict without being officially locked in.
I don't know what locked in means to you, but
Well, I'm trying to avoid a VC ban by using other
okay.
terms, but you
So, mhm.
it's not technically a war if it's not stated by both countries that it is.
Yeah, so
the people can call it a war, but it's not if it's not stated.
exactly. Again, so germ bacon, the Stone Age, there was no wars going on. There was just violence.
How do you know that?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Because there weren't
Yeah.
even states at the time. There was no
Well,
country.
what do you mean? What do you mean? There's Native American tribes, and they had conflicts with each other to conquer
That
territory.
a Native American tribe is not a country nor a state.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's a country or
War
state.
doesn't
No.
apply to that. War applies to two groups of people.
I
or
know.
individual people
Wait, you need to
that have
shut
a
your
conflict
mouth
with each
because
other
you don't know what
that's
you're talking about, and you're frustrating me. Me and him were talking about the Stone Ages because I gave up an example because he feels it's necessary.
And I told you the reason, and now you just put people down because they.
No, let me finish. You were talking about that the Stone Ages were Neanderthals existed. You said there was war going on between people, but there isn't because there was no states involved. And that's what I was trying to get to you. The definition of war applies that. So they weren't going through war. It was just violence. Okay?
All right, shut up, you
Still doesn't
stupid
matter.
dumb bitch.
Oh, really, War? Oh,
Bro, I literally know what I know what I'm talking about because I literally study history as a hobby, bro. What do
no,
you
I'm
mean?
talking about between me and his conversation. You're telling me the same thing I was trying to tell him, and you think I don't know.
Yeah, but
Okay,
he's
well,
speaking
So that's what I'm
facts and you are not.
the statement that war didn't exist in the Stone Age is just not true, bro.
I know.
It's just-
I know. I
Well, then
know,
why
bro.
you say it?
He was the one who brung it up.
Okay.
Hello. That's why I was like, you
Hold on,
didn't
hold on.
understand.
Hey, let's back it up. Let's back it up, all right?
No,
This
let's
is getting
push
very
forward.
confusing, all right? So you brought up the Stone Age. You asked me
I
that were there
know.
any wars in Stone Age, and I
But
told
you said
that
it was
there were any
necessary.
wars, yeah? Yeah, it's
No,
necessary
you
for
gonna
human
lie right?
evolution, like I said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
It
what
was
you said.
necessary for
Human.
advancement and evolution. Yo, Big Dog, listen here. The only reason you have the right to sit here and say this is because people fought for you. You do realize this, right? The only reason why you're occupying a country, war. The only reason why you're here right now, war. I don't know how to explain it to her. I don't. Like literally, the only reason you are here
okay.
currently is because someone else fought for you.
How many times are you gonna repeat
they
that?
fought for your rights.
Okay, but I'm arguing, is that the best way to approach a situation? Millions of death,
Well, obviously
bombing
not.
to get okay, and that's what I'm arguing against. I'm not denying
You're literally
the
it literally
outcome.
says necessary.
Right.
You're
I'm talking.
arguing
I'm not
the
talking about
argument
the aftermath. I'm talking about the in between of the millions of
statement-
deaths, bombing and destroying land. That will be necessary. That's what war is. It doesn't say the aftermath.
No.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
That's
You know,
not.
that's not
No,
the
that is the
point.
point that I'm trying to bring up.
Dude, the
Okay,
entire
okay.
your title is war necessary is in itself a rebuttal against if war is necessary, making you take the objective argument that it's not necessary at all. That's what you're saying. You're saying it's not necessary at all. You wouldn't be here to say that if it didn't happen.
What do you mean? I am very much here.
You wouldn't be here to say that if it didn't happen.
Okay, so
literally, you
since
wouldn't
you
be alive
think
if people didn't fight.
okay, but that's still the aftermath. It has nothing to do about war, involving the war. I'm saying no matter the outcome, the millions of death, the bombing and destroying of land is highly unnecessary
give
just
me
for
a
somebody
give me
to
a war
agree on
statistic
some
real quick.
things.
Give me a statistic real quick. Right now,
Is
give me
that
a
how
war
it has to
statistic.
that's how it has to be for you to agree on
No, give me a
things?
statistic. Give me a statistic right now.
Of what?
I know a couple.
Of what
Just any
though?
war. Give me a statistic.
Okay, but what are you
I
trying
can
to
name you
give
a couple.
me? Okay, statistic of, but what you're trying to get, like a statistic of
World War II,
what?
70 million people died.
Okay, do you need a statistic for
And
that?
what? And no. Listen, what do you think would have happened if we didn't fight Germany? Where do you think you'd be right now?
Germany has nothing to do with America.
Yes, it has.
Oh my
God!
No, it
It's
doesn't.
far.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Oh my god!
Hold on. We need to pause for a second.
Yo,
Alright, first, I
but
need to ask.
Germany was trying to conquer the world, and you're talking about some war isn't necessary.
No, that wasn't.
What do you mean?
They were not trying to conquer the war.
Oh,
really? Really? They
Yes.
weren't. They weren't. So when Germany, forcefully took states and enslaved people, they weren't trying to conquer the world, right?
No, that's what every country has done prior.
Yeah, fact, yeah, but they tried to actually conquer.
So
the
is
whole
every
world. They
country who
wanted to
steals
stay-
people and take land, they're trying to conquer the whole world? No.
Well, that's
They had an
basically the
objective
mentality of
to get
every
rid of
country,
Jewish
so,
people.
yeah.
That's what the main motive was. It was not taking over the world.
No. The
So
main motive
wait,
was that
describe
they
to
would
me how September 2nd of 1945 have to do with me being here today.
Well, because if
80
Axis
years
would have
ago.
won, may I? So if the Axis would have won, United States, England and France and all the allied countries, and I assume that you are brown, all right? So you probably would not be alive. You get me? Your ancestors would have been offed, all right? You get me?
No, I absolutely don't.
Okay, so do you have any idea what the Axis? You know, what was the ideology? Do you have any idea?
To help one another out if they get affected by another country. That's what
No,
they build it
no,
up for.
no. The whole ideology was that there was only one pure people. There was only one kind of people that were
So if
pure.
they thought
Alright?
that and they fought another guy for thinking kind of the same thing, what does this have to do about me having rights? And they both thought the same thing.
Because in the ideology, your
What?
ancestors were not pure and they wanted to destroy them.
Okay.
You get me?
Okay, but
Yeah,
what is?
so
But you're
in
acting
in
like
that
they
outcome, when
were the
Axis
ones
won,
fighting
you
for
wouldn't be here.
the okay people's rights. They weren't. There was other people doing that, not them.
What?
Again, you're acting like they were the ones fighting for my rights when they weren't. When they kind of agreed the same thing as the mustache man. So what does this have to do with my rights?
So you're saying America, you know, was with the mustache man?
I said they had the same ideas.
No. If they had the same ideas, there
They
wouldn't
were
be
aces.
the whole World War
They
II.
were aces. They didn't like certain people of color. Yes, that's true.
All right. So
just
if
like the mustache man.
Had the same, okay. Let's say that America had the same ideology as the Germany had. All right. In that outcome, there wouldn't still be you. All right.
That has nothing to do about the civil rights movement or anything such. But since you don't know and you don't station in America, you probably have no idea. That's crazy how you think that. I'll bring you up. You need to relax. You actually need to relax, Flicker.
I mean, look. Let me try to explain what he was trying to say, right? So you know the Axis, right? Germany in the 1940s. He's right. Like their entire thing was to like the Aryan race. That was the one race they believed is pure. They can make the entirety of Europe and conquer as much land. I mean, in the best case, the entire world, right? They were trying
It's
to
not
get
what
rid
it
of every
says.
other race. Okay. Now look, the part
That could
where
have
he
been
says
their
that you
objective,
would-
but it's
that you
never
would-
stated in any document of the World War II that was their motive.
Wait, that was the Aryan. Do you know why they started conquering more land in Europe and they started to go into other continents? So they could
To
get living
invade and get more power. Many countries have done that.
They mainly betrayed the Soviet Union to and attack them. Number one, because the Soviet Union was going to betray them, and number two, they needed more living space for the so-called.
Okay, but that's not the point. All right, we're just gonna keep on going over the same
No,
thing.
wait, no, and then here, let me get to the part where he said you wouldn't be alive. That is true. If the Allies didn't fight back, you wouldn't be alive. They were expanding into Africa, and you know, in the history, a lot
They
of
were
Europeans.
not doing that.
Yeah, what do you think Aaron
And-
Rommel was doing at then?
And my people were already in America during that time. So even though they're originally from Africa, doesn't have to do.
Can I say something?
The Japanese and both the Germans, America was
You're just getting a lot of things wrong, my dearest friend from Neverland.
Brother, can I say something?
Yeah, just say something, bro.
I'm an Iranian and I'm in a war and I'm getting bombed, and I think this war is actually needed because USA and
Oh,
Israel
wow!
need to liberate Iran. Oh
Wow!
What are you
Wow!
laughing at?
Wow!
What do you mean? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with?
In that war, I'm completely against the USA and Israel. I don't believe Western countries should be in the Middle East.
Okay, in Iran, okay, let me explain why. In Iran, they killed 40,000 civilians, the regime, and USA and Israel are bombing that regime who killed 40,000 people, who is funding terrorist proxies.
The USA put they hold a big influence in who's the next leader in countries like that. That was the reason why it's like that in the first place. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'll correct you. That's highly not true.
Wait. So it isn't true that that USA holds severe influence on countries that it's bombed,
You
with their
said
elections.
for leaders, for them to be leaders, they
Yeah,
have
they do.
influence on that.
Yeah,
No,
they
they
do.
don't.
They do. Yeah, they do. What happened in
Okay, if
Venezuela?
that is the
They
case, then why is Donald Trump trying to get the leader if he influenced them to be
exactly, yeah,
the
she's
what?
right. Sadly, this one time she's right, but
Because they
uh,
haven't been able to
Stop talking.
fully.
Go vegan. Stop talking for a second.
Yo, well, may God curse you, bro. I swear, I hope a jinn gets you.
I hope you go to
Jane,
hell.
are you Muslim? Are you Muslim? Allahu Akbar. Okay, sorry, I was explaining. In sometimes a war is needed. We have to have the least amount of war and casualties, but sometimes it's
Wow.
needed, like in Iran. Let me explain why.
Yeah, go.
Iran is a terrorist proxy. They killed 40,000 civilians. You can search on Google, 40,000 civilians died in Iran. Okay, 40K died in Iran. And you can see how much the government killed. So the people of Iran, they have this hatred towards the government because they killed a lot of people. So what do? They ask Israel and America for help. Even if you like see Donald Trump, he sometimes says we are gonna free the proud people of Iran. He says that a lot. And he says that to kind of they're telling us so we can be ready for another protesting so we can take our own government back. And so I can say multiple wars that are needed, like ISIS. Do you know what ISIS is, right?
Yeah, but can I just say something quickly?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So you said that the government is, destroying a lot of people's lives, okay? But the United States is
Sorry, can you
adding
repeat that?
on. You
Uh,
said that the Iran government is destroying a lot of people's lives, but the United States is adding on to that as well. So,
we can, yes, I agree with you. They are bombing infrastructures that are needed for our daily lives. Like, for example, the south of Iran, they're bombing these
I know what's going on in
infrastructures that are
Iran.
needed for. Yeah, okay, but I know I know you don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but I want you to know that war is sometimes necessary. And so they say after we bomb Iran, we are going to help them make new infrastructures that are better. Like Israel said, we are going to bring a new technology in Iran that's going to help in the water crisis in
So
Iran,
can
And they,
so is
sorry, explain.
also whether you feel like it's necessary. So you think it's okay to eliminate a bunch of people and destroy buildings, and that's the only way that the government will listen to the people? You think that's the only way to
Do you
go about that?
For some governments, terrorist governments, yes.
Oh wow,
Do you think
that's terrible.
do you think
What do you mean?
peaceful negotiations work for a country like Iran? Wait, how long has Iran and America have been talking for these nuclear things? How long were they talking for? Do you know
I
a
don't think
time
that's on
period?
record. I don't think that's on record.
No, because they were trying to have peace. Iran said we need to have a nuclear weapons. They said no, you guys won't have one, and they were like fighting a lot about this. And
Yeah,
so,
sorry to
sorry,
interrupt you, but
continue.
a majority of wars are actually fought for good reasons and not for the reason that you think it is. Also, I can't pronounce your username, but I like you, man. You know what you're talking about.
Aw, thanks.
Me or her?
No,
Oh,
not
her.
you.
Aw,
No, him.
thanks. Oh.
Me or like the
Yeah,
male
no,
one or the
you,
girl
bro.
one?
Fake
Oh,
Jack.
me.
He
Thank you.
knows what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, thank you.
Okay, but let me just get this straight because y'all still are not, well, not you, the blonde hair guy, but the guy with the blue profile picture. You still don't
Come here.
understand. I'm
What do
telling
I not
you,
understand?
whatever it started for, the progress
Mm.
is terrible, and that is what's unnecessary. And no matter if it was
Okay.
started for a
Let
good
me rebuttal
reason
you real
or
Okay,
quick.
not,
Let me
reason.
rebuttal you real
the,
quick.
the,
Let me
the
rebuttal you.
millions of death
Alright.
and the bombing
Okay.
and the world
Alright,
getting
no, no, no.
destroyed is
Hey,
highly
dude, it's okay, it's okay.
unnecessary.
Dude,
Okay,
it's
wait,
okay.
let me explain.
No, 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 it's
It's
okay. Let me
no,
rebuttal
I
her
have a
real
really good
quick. Just
reason.
like
Please,
one
please.
You
second.
can both
I
say it,
have a really good
okay?
thing to say. Imagine there's two countries, okay? A good one and a bad one. If the bad one is winning, it doesn't mean that the progress is gone. The progress, because of the progress that is going, it's bad or good. It doesn't matter. It's the reason matters, you know? They are not bombing Iran because they're winning. They are bombing it because they need to. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if they're doing good or bad. They're doing it for a good reason. The reason matters, not how much they're progressing, you know?
Okay. I have one thing
Okay.
that's just gonna rebuttal her entire argument. Okay. So here's the thing. I know for a fact that I will forever be far more educated in this than you are currently. So I guarantee you, I know what I'm talking about, right? You
And I'm just supposed to
earlier
leave that.
said word for word, Germany had the United States had no involvement with Germany in World War II. What are you talking about? That's just an incorrect statement. You said
Did you click
Germany
that?
wasn't trying to take over the world in World War II.
Did you click that?
What do you mean did I clip that,
Because
bro?
I did not say that.
You literally
Oh.
I
said.
did
You
not
literally
say
said
that the
word
United
for word.
States
You
was
said-
working for Germany.
Germany wasn't trying to conquer the world. Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Oh, boom! You
Good
said
job.
it.
She's really winning the argument. She's shouting and she's winning the argument. Wow, you're really
Yeah,
good at debating.
because
this is fun. No, this is fun because I know.
Okay, but what's not gonna go down is disrespect. So since I'm a human, and this is a part of human nature, I'm going to get angry when you're saying false stuff and saying that I'm uneducated. Obviously, I'm not a robot. I'm a human. Gore, you're not coming back up because you're highly disrespectful.
Can you
Now,
please bring him up?
unless you show me a clip of where I said the United States was working for Germany, which doesn't exist, maybe I'll let you back up here. If war is the last resort to save lives, then yes. But it's usually not the last resort. It's usually the first quickest choice that people come to mind. They don't work out all the options. They work out the quickest option, which would be bombing and killing a bunch of people. And that is what I'm arguing. That's highly unnecessary.
Okay, so for a militia group like ISIS, if you were the president of the United States, Obama, for example, Obama bombed ISIS a lot. What would you do to ISIS? Would you like talk to them to please stop beheading people, please stop raping people?
From the
Would you
United
like talk to them
States?
like this? Yeah, like the president of the
If
United States.
so, if I was the leader of ISIS.
No, America, not ISIS.
But if I'm
How would you?
if I would be the one bombing, what would I need to talk about?
Okay.
You mean if I was the opposite side?
Do you know what ISIS even was doing in the Middle East? If you don't, I can tell you. This is not a trick question.
I knew it was a lot of cricket stuff, but I don't know every little detail.
Well, okay. They formed between Iraq and Syria. Okay, after George Bush attacked Iraq, and they changed their regime. After that, ISIS formed, and they were doing a lot of bad things. I cannot tell you how awful they were. Okay, I'll get banned if I tell them all. But it was raping, chopping people's head off, and a lot more awful things, burning people alive, and they filmed them.
But you don't
and they
care
sent them to
because you
Western
don't care
countries.
about millions of people dying. So why should you care about those stuff either?
No, I care. And
No,
so
you
you know what
don't.
America did? America looked at the state of Middle East, and they said we have to bomb ISIS because of what they're doing in the Middle East. You
So
know what
let's
I'm saying? So
kill the same people that they're targeting, and that will help the situation. What? What in the
Oh
world
my
are you
God,
talking
I'm
about?
really getting mad. ISIS was a country that was killing people, raping people, beheading people, and
Yeah,
doing
okay.
okay.
But
So
do you
let's
think the
bomb
better approach
government.
would be bombing the people that they're targeting?
Okay.
Honestly.
No, they weren't targeting the people who were getting hurt. They were bombing the people who were hurting other people, the soldiers,
And who do you
the
think
military
got
bases that
involved? The
uh
citizens.
al-Baghdadi. No. Why did they kill al-Baghdadi? Do you know who al-Baghdadi was? He was the leader of ISIS, and he was bombed. So Abu
Jesus.
Bakr al-Baghdadi, he was bombed, and he was the leader
Listen,
of
I
ISIS.
get
So
what
that
you're
this is
saying.
hmm
You don't get what I'm saying, though. So I don't know why I'm going to continue talking to you. Okay? Unless this is an apology, then why are you up here?
I said I was sorry in chat, and I'm ready to have a civil debate.
Okay. So first, everything's going to have to be recorded with you because you're just going to be saying some incorrect stuff.
What do you mean?
Okay?
Well, okay, can you please tell me what I said was incorrect?
You deliberately stated that I stated that the United States in World War II, they were working with Germany.
What? When did I say they were working with?
Hold on, let me track it. Give me a second.
You said that
Let me
United States
track
had
it.
nothing to
Here,
do with
you can go
war.
talk to someone else. Let me track it.
All right. Yo, what's up, bro? Hey.
Bro been dealing with a headache this whole time. Oh my gosh.
Let's go read a story.
She said
What
that
about
Germany wasn't after world domination in World War II and said the United States had no involvement in Germany
Let me
in World War II,
see.
which is an incorrect statement because they literally fought Germany.
Yeah.
So,
because Germany.
Hold on.
Yeah, they literally attacked them
once again,
first.
Germany because Germany wanted world domination.
Wasn't it the Pearl Harbor
I know what I'm talking
I
about,
forgot
right?
what it was
You
called.
And I'm just supposed to
earlier
believe that.
said
Started,
word
like,
for
the
word,
US being
Germany
involved
had
in
no,
war.
like, the United States had no involvement with
It was
Germany in
Pearl
World
Harbor,
War
and
II.
yeah, no, it's
What are you?
Japan attacked the United States, so United States
Oh, no
Oh yeah,
involvement.
yeah. So, I mean, do you see
Oh,
like war as
it was no
necessary?
involvement,
Because
but
I do.
still, it's the same thing.
Yeah, completely. It's been necessary
That's
since
just an
the
incorrect
dawn of
statement.
human evolution.
Did you cut
The
that?
Americans did it.
Did I
Tribes
say
did it.
that
People in the
though?
Stone Age
No.
did it.
Either or, I
Dinosaurs
did
did
not
it.
say that.
Animals do it.
Guarantee you, I know what I'm
Everyone
talking
does it. Every
about.
living creature
Right?
does it.
You
And I'm just supposed to
earlier
believe that.
said word for
No,
It's
word.
and I
not
feel
like
like if
Germany
you're just
had
looking
no
at civilian
the
from a
United States had
civilian
no
casualty
involvement with
standpoint, yeah,
Germany
it's
in World
bad.
War
But
II.
if you,
What are you
but
talking
she
about?
doesn't.
I
She's
never
not
said
bothering to
that.
look at the reasoning as to why they're fighting these wars.
Okay, well, I looked back and you said no involvement. You claimed that I said that the United States had no involvement with Germany, which is also untrue. I never said that.
You said this, but okay.
No, I didn't.
We'll just take it. All right. Anyway, no, but like, are you looking at it just from a civilian casualty standpoint, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from everyone's perspective. That's why I'm not just mentioning that.
Well, a lot of times you were like screaming about civilian casualties and people dying. Did you stop to think about the
Sorry, I feel
reason
bad
why
about
they were
them.
fighting the wars? Well, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, have you thought about the reason why they're doing this, why they're having a war?
Of course. Of course I
Okay,
do.
well, let's take World War II for example. Why do you think World War II started? You think it was for a good
Started?
cause? Yeah, why do you think it started?
It
Or
was
why
for a
did it
terrible
start? Sorry.
cause.
It was
Because
for a terrible cause.
the mustache man
Dude.
disliked a certain group of people.
No, the Mustache Man wanted the advancement of the German people through Lebensraum, which means more territory. So he wanted to conquer the world, believing that Germans were the superior beings, and he didn't like those group of people very much. So he, did a
Yeah.
lot of bad things to them.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
But it officially started when Germany conquered Poland. So
You
you're
didn't
correct.
tell me where directly it started at. You asked me why it was
I said, how
started.
did it start?
No,
Yeah,
you
why
didn't.
did it start? It started because Germany wouldn't stop taking territory, and when Britain and the
And
UK
hate.
threatened Germany to stop taking territory when they illegally took Poland, they directly went to war.
What did you do about? And his plan to do that involves sending people to country. Oh, clock that T! Oh, wait, clock that T! Wait, clock that T! Clock that T! Clock that T! Clock that
She's
T!
agreeing with me.
No, she was adding on something that she didn't mention, which had to do with what I was saying too.
So you think that the war started because he did that to the people?
Because he had a certain hate for groups of people, yes.
No,
That's why it started.
The war started because he wouldn't stop conquering territories, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay, so Poland and what else?
What do you mean? What else?
You said he couldn't stop conquering territories. So what else?
He conquered Poland. He attempted Russia. He attempted France. He attempted Britain. He attempted the entire planet.
You said he conquered, not that he tried.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, he literally. Oh my! He conquered
Okay.
Yugoslavia. He conquered.
Can I ask you a
Poland.
question? I want to
What?
ask her a question.
What do you have to ask me?
So, say a nation is getting attacked. Do you think they should not go to war with the person that's attacking them if it's not necessary, or?
Wait, can you say that a little bit better, please?
If a nation was getting attacked, should the nation that's getting attacked go to war to protect their nation if it's not necessary in your eyes?
They should defend their country.
So they're basically going to war. So what is the point of your
No,
whole
they're
argument?
my argument is on the other side, which would be bombing on the other side and destroying land on the other side and killing multiple people, millions of people on the other side. But when you're defending your country, that doesn't involve you bombing your own country, killing your own people, and destroying your own land.
You're still bombing the enemy's
Yeah, you're
territory.
still. What are you? Yeah, what are you getting at? There's still
No,
gonna be
you're
civilian
defending your country.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! But the way they're defending their country,
you're defending your country.
The
by
way you're
attacking
defending your
the
country.
opposing country. Yes, that's how a war works. You both attack each other.
Yeah,
There's
when they
no
enter your
right
base.
and wrong.
Yeah.
What do you?
I'm
Yo,
so
if I
confused.
okay. So if let's take it. Let's break it down here. Okay, when Japan hit Pearl Harbor, what did America do? Take the conflict to Japan and attack them directly.
And that's where I got a problem.
That's a problem. They're defending their country.
They were literally defending.
How are they defending their country on a different country?
What do you mean? How are they defending?
How are they defending their country on a different country?
All right. Okay. So let me break it down for you, right? If said country attacks this other country, and then this other country attacks that other country, you say that's bad.
No, that's not what I've been saying to you.
defending-
You've been here the
that's
longest. You should know.
Okay, they're literally defending themselves. How do you defend yourself? You hit back.
You defend yourself.
That's what they're
If
doing.
somebody
That's
attacks
what you're
me,
doing. Yo,
if
okay,
somebody
you're
attacks me,
defending-
shut that mouth.
Oh my god.
You shut that mouth. When someone is attacking me, am I going to blow up their family's house because they're attacked me? No, I'm going to attack them back. I'm going to defend myself. What point are you trying to give? Bitch. Like, honestly, I'm so sick of this. Like, what the fuck is that? So you're defending your country by bombing another country. No, that's continuing something. Look at this faggot.
I
Hi.
ain't done yet, bro. I ain't done, bro.
What?
I still want to know, what do you think?
What do
That
I think
if
about what?
Okay, let's just forget our past arguments, all right? So, like I said in the first podcast, that war is
Burka.
necessary for evolution. Any arguments?
Can you repeat that?
War is necessary for evolution.
The action of war
Yes.
affects the population, which you cannot
Yes,
move
indeed,
forward
effects.
without the population too evolved.
Bro,
And if
what?
the action of war continues, then there will be no Earth or population to continue to evolve. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mostly, yeah, those are pretty good facts, but mostly war hasn't affected, the consequences of war hasn't affected our evolution at all. The war actually raises our evolution, you know?
I know. But erasing something would be stopping it.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. If you erase some more capable societies, of course you erase a lot of information. But if you succeed to erase more, technology advanced civilization from off the map, then you are the in the top of the evolution.
But there's a lot of good technological things that had nothing to do with war or created under war, and it was just created in general when somebody had free of
Yeah.
mind and not to worry about death. That was also great.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. But death is the biggest motivation for inventing something. You know?
Oh, I wouldn't say so.
Americans were scared that Japan is gonna invade America because they had so strong fighting spirit that the Japanese wouldn't just give up. They made atomic bombs and bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
The
And
the
that
same,
started the era of nuclear power. All right.
which also destroys the planet, and that's why there hasn't been another one since. And that's why even though you might have hate for a country, they specifically won't use an atomic bomb or a nuke because they know how deadly that could be.
Yeah, indeed, because they don't want to take the consequences. That's a fact,
Exactly.
of course.
So that's a perfect
But
example of going another route because it would destroy a lot of things that can never get back or take a long time to get back. So if they would use that same ideology with the atomic bomb and nuke, why can't they apply it to other things?
No, let me think. Could you repeat, please?
If they can say, hey, even though I have a lot of hate for you, I'm not going to send a nuke to your country or an atomic bomb because I know how deadly that is and it will destroy a lot of things. Why can't they use that same way when they kill a bunch of people and plant bombs and destroy a lot of land? Why can't they think the same type of thing?
Because there is a lot of difference between nuclear war and regular war. Nuclear war
Yeah, it is.
means a completely apocalyptic world. If Russia decides to nuke Ukraine, then America will nuke Russia, and China will nuke America, and
No, if
England
that
will
goes
nuke
down, then
China,
it
and
would
like that.
not be just the effects in the Ukraine. It would be a lot of people be affected, not just in that area.
Yes, indeed. But like I said,
And
that we have
yeah,
gone in evolution so far that we can destroy like ourselves in just a couple of seconds.
yeah, but that is a disgusting thing that will never be used again, hopefully, because of how disgusting it is. Even though the power, it was great, it did what it was supposed to do, it was built for, but at the same time, it's a reason why that will never be used again. Hopefully.
Indeed. Nobody wants a nuclear
And
war. That's
yeah, and nobody likes
but
a bunch of killing either, and a bunch of bombing,
well,
whether it not be as powerful as a
in
nuclear
war,
bomb, it's still pretty
in war,
powerful.
killing is the main thing. You get me?
Yeah, but you said before that it's not the same things, and that's why it doesn't be
Indeed.
used.
Nuclear
But that's
war
not.
and regular war ain't the same thing, alright? Nuclear war means that the whole world is gonna die, literally, and regular war is just that
It's
world is
a
not
slow
gonna die.
process
You know?
of everyone being destroyed.
No, in regular war, we evolve. You get me? Like I said, in the First World War, we invented tanks and airplanes, alright? To kill each other, alright? And now we have
Yeah.
bigger airplanes that can take you from America to China, and
But
we
it
have a
doesn't
lot of
serve the same
powerful
purpose,
cars.
though.
What do you mean?
You're saying it helped us evolve things that were specifically used in war, when
Yeah.
creating bigger planes is the primary focus is not war. It's just taking
Well,
people from one place to another.
the idea from planes came like from warfare. People thought that what if we could fly and use it in war? You get me?
And what
That's
if we
why we
can
got the
fly
airplane.
instead of killing each other and visit our countries? World peace.
Like my whole point is that the thing that we can visit other countries by plane is because of war.
And my point is that there's a reason why people don't prefer it and why it's bad. Because if something was necessary, it would be going on in every country all over. But there's a reason people don't use the atomic bomb, and there's a reason why people still strive not to get war, even though the outcome might be good.
Yeah, but
And
war
that's
is
what
not
I'm saying.
necessary. War is just necessary for evolution.
I beg to differ, but you have an awesome day. And what
Oh,
country
are
are
you
you?
gonna put me down?
What country are
We are
you
not even
residing in?
finished. I live in Finland.
Nothing goes down
Why
in
are you
Finland.
laughing, bro?
You don't gotta worry about
What do you
that.
mean? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean?
Nothing goes
in
down in
Finland,
Finland.
bro.
Nothing goes down in Finland.
What do you mean, bro? I don't understand,
No,
bro.
but I find it crazy that you have this idea of war, but your stuff don't go. I haven't heard of
Hey, may
a
I
war.
speak? May I speak? In Finland, in the Second World War, we had the Winter War and the Continuation War, all right? And you know what happened after that? You know what happened after that? Our economy started to
And what was
boom.
the last
All right,
time
you get me?
Finland had a war? 19 what?
39.
About
Exactly.
yeah, like
A long time ago,
we
right?
are. Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. But after that, there hasn't been any world wars. You know?
In your area,
No,
in Europe.
there's been some wars in
Here's the
Europe.
thing. Wait. Midnight. Do you know basic history?
Yes.
Okay, then explain. Then here's the thing. You know what happened after World War II? The Cold War.
Shut that baby up!
Why are you yelling at children?
I ain't yelling at children. I'm nowhere near that child.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know what the Cold War was? So the Soviet Union, aka Russia, decided to make the Tsar bomb. After we made the bomb, the atom bomb.
The atomic bomb?
Yes, the atomic bomb was dropped on Japan in
Okay,
1945.
okay. Why you bring this up?
Because you say that war didn't happen in Europe. You know what was also
No, I
happening in Europe?
didn't.
He
said that.
After World War II, there has been he's correct on multiple things. That Finland is a country near close to Russia, and what Russia is doing is invading Ukraine. All of the other Baltic nations.
Look, guys, we're talking about is war necessary?
Exactly, talk that to you. Wait, thank
You are
you.
referring to how the military alliances also that are impacted by sort of wars that happen between other nations, right? And
Okay, so like how the bacon germ guy, he gave me why he feel like it's necessary because it helps with evolution, and I gave my point. So instead of going back on atomic bombs, just explain to me why you feel like it's necessary one by one, okay?
Because here's the thing: when there's a threatened nation,
I could go first.
There's an invading nation. Do you think the nation should gladly occupy you, or should you fight back? Heck.
Okay, why do you feel like it's necessary? Not would you, should have, could have, would have. Why do you feel like it's necessary?
Because I think it's necessary to defend my nation, defend my people, to be defensive. I'm not pro-offensive wars. I'm not pro, let's go in and be the villain or the bad guy. I'm pro that we stay here and defend our homeland.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be considered a war. That would just be
It
defending
would
your
be
home
considered
country.
a war.
What?
So
I
So
feel like what's
that
considering a war is
is
that two nations
invading.
battling it out.
Yeah, defending your
Exactly.
country. That's the definition.
Well, the war
When
in Gaza, do you consider that a war?
no comment.
Oh wait, hold on.
No.
There's different
Oh,
kinds
the
of
war
wars.
in Ukraine.
Civil
Do you
wars.
think that? Do you call that a war?
Yeah, but he's generally saying it's a war. So if he didn't specifically say
Oh
something,
my
then that's what
days,
we're gonna assume.
bro.
Bro,
Defending your
Israel's at war with
country, which
Gaza.
would not have to do with like bombing and killing millions of people, I wouldn't consider that war. That would just be defending.
People die during war. It's a sad thing.
We're not denying that, but what I would classify and what's the definition is which
But you
both
don't classify the war in
both
Gaza.
stop
Die.
talking when I'm talking. Both
No, I'm good.
countries. Then you can leave. Bye.
No.
Hey, lady, listen to me. Just
I want
clearly,
another person to speak. Okay.
No. Just hear me out for a second.
You got a second.
Clearly,
Go.
You need to open that. You need to clearly open that
I
history
think
book.
war is necessary.
Like, clearly,
Number one.
You know,
Without
go back to
war,
school.
we wouldn't have the
Summer
nations we have
break is
today.
not for
Number
you,
two,
bro.
war is used to get rid of nations and collect. And also, if you're the attacker, it's also to collect
Okay, so
resources.
I will explain you.
Let him, let her or him speak, please.
Bro, I cannot hear him, bro.
Oh.
Then.
No.
Well, you have to just listen to what I'm saying to get an idea.
Okay.
Jeez, bro.
Okay, continue speaking, guy in the green shirt, the glasses.
Okay. So, and also another thing with war is, with war, it can be morally justified sometimes. If somebody's committing horrific things to their own people, some nations may think they're obligated, but sometimes some people think it's not obligated to just go in and stop them. And also, war can be used as a defensive tool. War can be used as like a defensive tool to stop other nations from getting too powerful or from overthrowing their power.
Yes.
So what do you think consists of a war? Not the goal of it, but what do you think consists of war? Of being a
devastation. Oh, devastation. Tanks, planes.
Bombs.
War is devastating. Yeah, bombs, all that other kind of stuff. War is devastating.
I mean, like, war will never stop. There will never be peace in this world. Never, ever, ever.
The only reason there would be peace is there can only be peace where there can be war. Because soon, eventually, there's gonna be some top dog in the near 200 years that's gonna take over the world. And then after they do that, there's gonna be a small bit of peace.
Right. So let me try to respond to that. All what you said. So you said it was devastating, war is devastating, and all this bombs and tanks and all that stuff. And that's the only thing that I have a problem with. Not the goal of the situation. Well, I do have, depending on what goal. But if you're trying to help, and then you involve killing a bunch of people, going underwater, like that's too much, and that's highly unnecessary. If you got a problem, you have to deal with it face to face. That's how things are usually handled. You don't sit there and involve your whole country. Okay, just because it doesn't, that's possible. Okay.
Like, it's really hard for that to happen. For like two nations to like.
No one has tried that
so much.
No one has tried that for you to say that.
So much. To what?
It's never been done for you to say that it can't be done.
It can be done. It's really hard to.
Yeah, but it's also really hard to.
So much.
But I would feel like it would be more hard to fund a bunch of money to people to get rid of a bunch of people, and money going to bombs and tanks and aircrafts. Like that would be a lot of work as well. So I'm only debating the fact that the process of trying to get an end goal is highly unnecessary. Could be other ways to get what you want that doesn't have to cost a lot.
The only issue with is that Number one, humans are very territorial. Like, there will never be a situation where somebody just hates each other so much that they want to get rid of them. So, I feel like war is necessary because, number one, it gets rid of the small fry. Because back in the day, there were so many complicated religions, small fry, but then with war, it's devastating. We know, like, people get eliminated. Carson, no. Then, but then with big nations, they get rid of the small fry, and then they can finally
Yeah,
unify all
but if it's
those
such a
nations into one
small
central
fry,
space.
why is the
Hey,
route
shut up.
isn't getting to?
Shut up.
Okay,
Shut
bye.
up. Shut up.
So if the goal
Okay.
is trying to get rid of the small fry, why wouldn't that be the sole focus instead of just getting rid of the whole country? I just can't see someone being like who does if that wasn't their goal, then that wouldn't be done.
And also, it could be used as a patriotic tool. Like,
Whatever the
during
case may
war,
be,
people get really patriotic.
whatever the case may
Like,
be,
during war.
there has to be, and people need to find a way without destroying the earth and destroying many people's lives. That's what's gonna have to go down.
I'm just
And
saying, like, I'm gonna give you a would you rather real quick. So there's this nation that like mows down waves of their civilians. They've not been listening to you guys for like 50 years. You guys have been warning them for 50 years about doing that. Then they keep doing it, and now they draw the line by attacking one of your battleships. Would you go to war with them? Would you retaliate
I would
with
assassinate the person. It's been done many times
that won't
where
change
people.
anything.
It would
You'd rather
though. It would stop that. When people
they're
got
a
a problem.
dictatorship.
Okay, some are
How?
not. But in this instance, you didn't say there was a dictatorship.
Okay, sorry. Let me specify some more. They're a dictatorship.
Oh, I said dictatorship and that got me cut. You know what, we're just gonna let these people talk. I'm gonna leave. It's whatever the case may be, like, you got a problem, you assassinate the people involved. It could get done, and has get done. I forgot the exact story. I think this happened in the Middle East. They killed like 3 people, these generals who were just running, taking over the country, and the country got fixed immediately after those people were gone. You know? That's what you do. That's what you have to do. When you have a situation, you got a problem. You target the actual source. You don't target the people. You don't target the land. That's not what you do. But if that's what you're trying to get at, then that's what you'll do. But people say, oh, they're not trying to get at it, they're trying to get them. Then why would you take that route? It's like you not only you're trying to make a statement, and you're also trying to kill the people, and you're trying to kill the leader of the people. That's what you're doing. I can name thousands of people who killed the leader, right? And it trickled out into a war, you know, but the problem sufficed because there's no more leader no more. Like World War I. And it was a couple other situations, so I have to, look up the exact name. But, yeah. Only people want to go to war is the people who really want to go to war. If they got a problem with the leader, if the leader's doing all this, the leader's cut, should be no more problem no more. Unless it's the people. Unless it is the people, then you need to exterminate them. But most of the time, it's millions of innocent people who have nothing to do with the situation. And the only problem is between the leader and the other leader of the other country. All the time, that's what goes down. Because if it was World War II, if it was just the German people, then the German people would just get another person who was just like Hitler in office. And it would happen again and again and again. If it was just the leader and the people who were just, equally as bad, which is just not the case. But I'll be back.